A fresh blanket of snow in the UP is welcomed with different reactions from those who drive in it. Some love it and can't wait to play in it. Some want more to sustain a bountiful tourism season. And for Jordan and his coworkers, they want to remove it from Houghton County roads and keep motorists safe.
When it's heavy like this, our routes are usually delayed a little bit because you only can travel, at a slower rate of speed.
Today's snowfall is a heavy, wet, dense mixture that would be great for making a snowman, but with a layer of ice already underneath it, one thing it's not good for is driving. This type of snow is just as hard on the maintenance equipment as it is to drive it.
The biggest thing is the fatigue on the machine and the driver because you're fighting that heavy snow. No one likes to have that heavy snow pushed in their driveway either, which unfortunately, that's where a lot of it winds up.
This truck is what the Road Commission calls a sander, as it adds traction to the icy surfaces by spreading, you guessed it, sand.
Well, we're using quite a bit more right now just for the fact that we have a lot of ice. We typically just do hills and curves, but there has been some cases where we have had to sand in other locations.
As motorists approach an intersection or even a hill where slippage is likely in icy conditions, they will notice a darkened area on the road, indicating that the sander has been by, leaving them with a basic tool for traction. Simply by placing sand on icy or snow-covered pavement, the material mixes a grit into the snow or ice, and that is what tires depend on to move a vehicle in these conditions.
Well, the season was a little delayed this year, thank goodness, because all the construction that was going on from the flood damage. Now, of course, it started, and probably, in a typical copper country fashion, it'll snow every day a little bit, just enough to require our plows to go out.
Whether it snows a lot or a little, the Houghton County Road Commission maintains over 850 miles of blacktop, which keeps this heavy equipment moving around the clock for snow removal. But once spring comes around again, it's back to repairing those roads that remain affected from this past summer's natural disaster.
We had $30 million worth of damage on the road commission system, and we were only able to fix about 15 million of it before the snow set in. We worked until about Christmas time, so there's a lot of damage you don't see that's laying underneath that snow that not only the drivers should be cautious about, but our drivers have to be also.
In the meantime, motorists are asked to use general caution when approaching a plow truck.
Just to be patient with, our drivers are out. Heavy snow, there's a lot of breakdowns when we have heavy snow like this, which can also delay the runs.
I'm Lee Snitz for ABC 10 and the CW5.